What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Blue Collar Diesel channel. I just want to go do a short video on what I have done and what I recommend doing first to your 5.9 Cummins 24 valve common rail. So the very first thing I did was S&B intake horn. The reason why I went ahead and did this first is I used to tow a lot. Well, not a lot. I used to go to the desert and tow about 8,000 pounds out there, during the desert season, which is winter months if you guys don't know. But the stock intake horn doesn't have this contour half C or half moon shape. It's more straight up down. And I mean, there's tons of videos on YouTube about it, and what's good and what's bad about it. I went with S&B just because they're great reviews. But one thing you don't like about it is there's no way you can get a regular ratchet and socket on here. You got to get an end wrench, and it's just not fun. These are Allen keys back here, super easy to get to, but these tightening them down and loosening them is just not fun at all. And this is around 300 bucks. It's a good starter mod. That's not the very first thing I would do. The very first thing I would do is get a good set of gauges. I'm the fifth owner of this truck, so it came with gauges, thankfully, because they're kind of expensive. But the gauges I have, all the Autometer Pro Count versions, I got a boost 0 to 35, EGT 0 to 16. If you guys didn't know, it's in 1,000 increments, just like your RPMs. So 10 means 1,000, 12 means 1,200, 14, etc. And I got a trans temp. These are the ones I got from my truck. These are the three I recommend if you're running a stock. At least three most important things you need to monitor it. For the most part, very good things to do. So after you get your gauges, your boost gauge actually will go right here into your intake horn. This one comes with the 1/8 fitting that's already tapped into it. That's why this plug is here. You can use method injection, whatever, whatever, NOS, whatever you want to do. I'm just using it for the boost, and it, has this little nylon, I don't know if you guys can see that little nylon hose that runs, and you put it in your cab, it goes right to that. Once you get the gauges, once you get your intake horn, your EGTs will, I noticed a big difference. This truck was completely stock besides gauges when I bought it. Next thing I did was the cold intake. I did go ahead and go get the S&B. I like matching stuff. As you guys both can see, once you get your S&B, I call these things the condoms. That go around it. It's just a filter cover, protects it. I got the non-oil one. It's just a dry filter because I live out in the desert in Phoenix. It just goes to your turbo. If you have aftermarket turbos, I think it works as long as that coupler will fit it. Just be careful. I broke the little tab, so got to get a rig it a little bit. But it's on there. It's not going nowhere. No check engine lights, nothing. Once I did that, I wasn't necessarily satisfied. I got the grid heater delete. It makes the flow more even. The grid heater delete looks like a barbecue thing. Has those little things inside of it where you put your meat on top of it. Same concept. Has 2 layers of it. And I don't need a grid heater delete because where I live, if you live in a cold climate, I don't recommend deleting that because you do need it. But if you did want to delete it, you take that out, and then you have cables that run from here, run into this little valley, and drops down underneath your intake and goes into your relays. As long as you keep those plugged in and you just start your truck without letting the grid heater light come on, you won't have a check engine light. I haven't had a check engine light in over a year with that grid heater delete. What else I have done on my truck is I got the AFE 3.5 inch cold side intake pipe. This is a PPE 3.5 to 3 1/4 because S&B is a 3 1/4 pipe kit, so that's why that's PPE. And that, I saw a big difference, huge difference on my EGTs. And then I also got I don't know if you guys can see that very well, the AFE hot side 3 inch. They don't make a 3.5, but they make a 3 inch. One thing I have to say is they don't make this coupler long enough. It goes, the pipe's turbo is about right there. It's on there, it ain't going nowhere. They don't make it long enough. I contacted them. They said that's just how it is. That's what they do. I don't understand it. What I have is my first video, as you guys saw, I installed the Mayhem Fabrication Coolant Bypass Kit. That's my most recent upgrade. Again, that's working fantastic. I highly recommend that kit. It's so much easier than knocking out your rear first plug with the fleece bypass kit. You don't have to drop your tranny, you don't gotta do nothing. It's wonderful. I highly recommend this. But for all you that don't know, this is where your EGT probe goes. I didn't install it. I like it more in the center, right over here, because that gets all 6 cylinders temperatures equally. This one's over here where it has a front 3 temperature gauge instead. Again, I didn't install it and I didn't want to bother messing with it. I didn't want, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been down that road, but eventually once I get a new manifold, that'll be more in the middle. Last but not least, I had the fleece intake lift pump. When it just came out in October of 2019, I bought it. Main reason why I bought it was because I didn't have to drill a hole in my tank for anything. I didn't have to mess with the stock fill pump inside the tank. It's just a drop-in replacement, and you remove your factory fill bowl and you put in this filter block. And below that is the fleece. Sorry guys, below that is the fleece filter housing bypass kit, which I think I don't know the correct name, but it's right where my finger's at, as you guys can't see it. But it's perfect. You got your your out to your CP3. It's a 1/2 inch hose, and then I have my field pressure gauge right there, and that's from the fleece. And it comes with plenty of harnesses. Yes, it's pricey. It's $1,000 something bucks for the 03 trucks, because the 03 trucks have intake lift pumps and they're pieces of crap. Change out your lift pump. You need these trucks need to have fuel. Great fuel pressure. As you can see, my fuel pressure gauge has 19 to 21 psi on average. Even when I get on it, it doesn't go lower than 19 psi. That's pretty good. It's better than a faster air dog when it comes to pressure wise. Oh, I forgot about this. I got the BD Diesel boost failure. I just bought this because I wanted to see if it was worth it. That's cool. I mean, made me smoke a little more because my truck's building more boost. All right, on top of the fleece intake lift pump, so I got the Max Tilt glow shift fill pressure gauge. I got the digital one and the regular. This thing's awesome. I got the I made it try to make it factory as I can. To me, I mean, it looks pretty good. It works great. I have no complaints whatsoever. If I go glow shift, or if anyone goes with glow shift, recommend the Max Tilt version. It's a little more expensive. To me, I've had issues with the regular ones. They're sensors. The Max Tilt has different sensors that make it worth it. So spend the extra money, get the Max Tilt version. Guys, that will be it. I did pretty much everything upgraded wise when it comes to the engine, but I have done full-blown rebuilt the entire suspension on this truck. Before I decided to do YouTube videos, I did the lower control arm, upper control arm, the lower ball joints, upper ball joints, inner and out tie rods, rack and pinion bushings, sway bar links, sway bar bushings, shocks. This whole front end is brand new besides the steering stabilizer, or the steering linkage. I will be rebuilding my dad's front end on his truck. Not so far intense, but doing the inner and out tie rods on his truck and his rack and pinion bushing. So expect a new video on that. There's not a very good video on how to do that, why the rack and pinion is actually on the truck. We're doing it while it's on the truck. His is an 06 2-wheel drive, same exact truck as this one, but this one's just an 03. So look forward to that. Otherwise guys, if you guys have any other questions on how I installed aftermarket OEM fog lights, let me know. I paint matched the grill. I will be doing any reviews that you guys ask me to do. Let me know. This truck's been wonderful. I've had it for almost 2 years. No complaints whatsoever. Expect more upgrades. Balling on a budget here. Let me know. You guys take it easy. Happy Father's Day to all you guys that are fathers. Expect more contact. Appreciate it all. Like, subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. I forgot what to mention. I'm sorry guys. You guys, the order I would do if you have any type of diesel in this matter is get a good set of gauges. Pro, Max Tilt gauges, auto meter. Get a good set of gauges. First thing you should do, that way you can monitor those EGTs, fuel pressure, trans temp, boost. Get a good set. After that, you can go with the intake horn and the intake and the lift pump. Lift pump's more on a pricey side, so if you're not balling on a budget like I am, get gauges, lift pump, intake horn, and air intake, and then you go do boost tubes and do all the fun, other cool fun stuff. But if you want a good quality running Cummins, in my opinion, this is my only opinion, everyone's entitled to their own, is gauges, lift pump, intake horn, air intake, boost tubes, and then you can do injectors, head studs, etc. More upcoming videos so that doing that stuff too. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of your night. Sorry I missed the good information.